In the next hour, Poland's president is set to address a forum on the reconstruction of Ukraine. He'll speak 2 days after his prime minister put future Polish weapons deliveries into question. The prime minister said Warsaw would pull the plug on sending new weapons to Kyiv amid a bitter dispute over Poland's ban on Ukrainian grain imports. But on Thursday, Poland's president walked back on the prime minister's statement, suggesting it was misunderstood.
The Prime Minister talked about these weapons in the context of the new weapons we are buying for our army. Yes, that was the statement. In my opinion, the Prime Minister said we will not transfer to Ukraine new weapons that we are currently purchasing as a part of the modernization of our army.
Lithuania stepped into the dispute on Thursday, offering to mediate in this social media post here. Katie Polglaze has been monitoring all of this. I mean, they have stepped back slightly if you look at the president's words. But I was in Poland earlier in the year, and it's amazing how much support there was for Ukraine. It's surprising to think that they might be pulling back from that.
Exactly, and there is an indication here that maybe Ukraine underestimated quite how seriously Poland was going to get upset about all of this dispute, hence why we saw such extreme language, really, in terms of how dissatisfied Ukraine was with the Polish response to banning Ukrainian grain. And now, clearly, they are recognizing how upset Poland has got, and now this declaration about potentially not giving new weapons to Ukraine as well. Clearly, there is now a climb down from the Ukrainian side talking about that this is not a crisis. They can talk about it. Various different members of the Ukrainian leadership, the agrarian minister, the foreign minister, Poland, Zelensky himself, all of them now saying that there are ways to get around this. And it's also worth mentioning as well that this is because that Poland and Ukraine have similar security concerns at the end of the day. And so have a listen to what Ukraine's ambassador to Poland said just yesterday about this.
I believe that this cooperation will continue, because I believe that military support for Ukraine is in the interest of the Republic of Poland, because it's not charity or philanthropy. It's also an investment in their own security. We must do everything to stop this enemy in Ukraine so that the Russian boot does not trample on Polish soil.
Now, clearly there he is talking about the concern for Russian aggression to a variety of countries in Eastern Europe, not just Ukraine. But it is, of course, a serious issue, this grain dispute, and it didn't come from nowhere. Clearly, a compromise needs to be had. Poland will not just back down. And if you look at what the agreement was just made with Slovakia, another country that also banned Ukrainian grain recently, there has been a compromise. Just yesterday, we heard from Ukraine and Slovakia saying that they'd made a grain trade agreement, which basically involves issuing and controlling licenses for Ukrainian grain. Perhaps that's something that they could work out. And we've just heard in the last hour from the president as well, from Poland, Duda, saying as well that he is happy to have a face-to-face meeting with Zelensky to talk about this as friends. So clearly he's happy to talk. He understands that it's important their relationship continues in a friendly manner, but also there needs to be some kind of compromise to resolve this.